Hey, it's me, DjDoubleT, here a day late, but still, nonetheless, here and existing. We're gonna have a bit of a two-parter today. First part today would be doing our self-care stream because I didn't exactly have time yesterday. And after today, I definitely need it. But after existing and doing our little therapy stuff and reading, I'll most likely take a break and then play a game. Maybe it'll be Redfall, maybe it won't. Whenever I feel like, truthfully, you know? Anything that I feel like I'll have fun playing. So first things first, for me at least, I need to do my therapy journal. Just because some things have popped up and I feel like I should probably put those in. Because I may not be consistent with it, but as long as I'm writing about things that are in my head and then just letting them out in that space, it puts me at ease, honestly. 'Cause it's always interesting when life throws me curveballs. And now, I kind of am more equipped to know how to handle it and what to do with it. And that is... right. Oh. Okay, so what happened on specific days? Hello, Leo's Leo. How's it going? Guten Tag. Alright, the day has ended mostly, and now it's mainly me just winding down and doing what I kind of enjoy. Just relaxing, pretty much. Tackled all the bad stuff today, kind of just managed it. Work was weird, but yeah. How's your day been? Ooh, that sounds lovely. Hopefully the doggos like enjoyed their walk, and hopefully you enjoyed the walk with the doggos. Did you see anything special, I guess? And then also, if you've been playing mostly guitar all day, what have you been playing on guitar? Hi, Nappy. How are you? Aw, that's a cute little like pixelated dino. Currently no games at the moment, by the way. That'll be a little later. I'm not sure if I'll play Redfall tonight, just because I am recovering from uh silent rage quitting from fighting a boss that just wouldn't die. So we'll see what I feel like. I do not know the song Tornado of Souls. What is it like? Hey, yeah, I passed the rage quit. Okay, I tried hard, and then I just went, okay, that's enough. That's enough, you know? Just a healthy. Let's stop right there. Let's not try so hard and get so caught up in it and just go, woo! And then Leo. So guitar solo, is it like a hard guitar solo, or is it just like easy enough that you can actually learn it? Because I personally don't listen to metal, but I know that some of them can be like really intense, and some of them aren't the most difficult thing in the world to learn. Oh, how long do you think it'll take you to learn? Aw, lovely encouragement, Nappy. Yeah, you'll get this in time. With anything with instruments, it's all about practicing and not listening to the voice of yourself thinking that it's wrong. Because I think it's really hard for anybody to learn anything new because we already know what it sounds like should be right, you know? And in the end, it's just really trying our best to practice and practice. You'll get there, you know, as long as you just keep trying in like healthy increments. If you start getting raging, maybe take a break from it. Hello, Alberto Beerman. Not gonna miss much, just me existing and reading and writing, and then a little bit of metal, well, metal, yes, metal, learning about how to play a solo on guitar for a metal song. Nampy's doing homework, and yeah, everybody's doing their own little thing. Yeah, as long as you're willing to learn and you're willing to kind of process and accept, you know, new information, whether or not it is for you or whether it's not there for you, that's all we can do. Because life is a journey of learning. And if you're not continuing to try, you're not really moving anywhere else. You're just in your own same place. Something that I've learned in my own job, it's like people that are so resistant to new things or willing to try, those are the people who don't move anywhere. They'll just be stuck waiting and they'll get upset at the people who are just trying to do their job. But the people that are willing to like try their best, even if they like totally suck at it or totally don't know what they're doing, that's what we can appreciate. Is that you can help people who are willing to learn, but people who aren't willing to do anything, it's frustrating. Uh, yes, I am Vit. I have a bad machine. I have not. I have not traveled anywhere out of the country that I live in. Mainly because money is a thing. Which very much hinders my existence from like traveling places, you know? It's kind of hard. But I would love to like, you know, have enough just to be stable in life, and then I would definitely love to travel the world. But honestly, I wonder, I think if I were to travel the world, besides like actually being a tourist, I'd just travel for the food at this point. Because there's so many different cuisines in the world that I would love to try. I bet it is. But I feel like I would have to do so much research and learning before I travel there. Because I want to have at least some basic knowledge of, and understanding of like the culture, first of all, and the language so that I can truthfully appreciate it and learn it. But, you know, I don't want to just be like an ignorant person and just be like, hi, I don't speak anything, I don't know a thing, and like, that's fine, but I don't know. I just don't want to be lost. Like, I want to know at least some degree, you know? Because you're really putting your face into the random people that's like, hey, take me around. So that's see, that's kind of complicated because I feel like whenever I eat at a restaurant and then like I have like a food that blows my mind, over time, I think I order a little too much and then I get sick of it. And like, thing about me is that I like adding more and more dishes to like my palate. Like I'm not afraid of trying new foods, and that's what's allowed me to like adventure and try out different cuisines that weren't what I grew up with. Like, let's see, Nepalese and Indian food, or like this lovely like poke place and like sushiritos, but also just like simple fried rice or even like Chinese cuisine. Like recently I tried dan dan noodles with like peanut sauce, butter sauce. Oh, sorry, not peanut butter sauce, but peanut sauce. Oh, and like, oh yeah, definitely some like Taiwanese food is also really good. And, but yeah, this noodle place, they also had like this 5 spice beef noodle soup, which hit the spot for my like random soup cravings. Oh, and then cornflower soup. There's just been so many different cuisines, you know? And it's really hard for me just to settle with like having one personal chef, you know? But what would you like, personally, Alberto? Because I really just can't settle for one dish. I have to have like variety. Ooh, I don't know why, but that made me really randomly think about like this Vietnamese dish called like, well, actually no, it's more like just the noodle itself called mì, and mì is basically yellow egg noodles, and yellow egg noodles are so good because you can either have them like a nice simple broth with like a medley of different like meats, whether seafood or vegetables or like meats, or you could have it just cold with like meats on top and like soy sauce, and that's so delicious. Don't want to say this, don't say that just yet. And then write this. Yeah, I love soup dishes so much. I think I've noticed that as when I cook, I can make a soup easy. That's like the easiest thing for me to make. I can make a good soup without even trying. But when it comes to like other dishes, like, ooh, I'm gonna need to practice, like baking. I think it's because like the Asian in me, the Asian is like eyeball. Eyeball. You add this, you add a dash of that. You can always add something else to balance it out. Baking, you have to be exact, and so you can't just eyeball that dish. Well, the noodle dish for me that I had recently was um like 5 spice beef noodle soup. The other one was dan dan noodles with like peanut butter sauce, and that was really good. But sorry, it's peanut sauce, not peanut butter sauce. And I gotta say, you know, but it wasn't the dan dan noodles that I was expecting, because I was thinking about the ones where they're like very much like what I've seen on YouTube, like they're malinformed. They're like, or oh, I think of bang bang noodles. I got those two mixed up, but still, they're still good. Dan dan noodles were. Now, rent here, I would say it's pricey, just because like it's not as pricey as many other cities. It's decent enough, but where I live, it's still pretty pricey, and so I'm trying my best, especially with what I'm living with right now, because my work hasn't been giving me enough hours to like basically live. So I've been kind of just downsizing a lot of what I've spent and really budgeting like how much I buy for groceries. Like originally I I was fine spending like 400 for a month, like maybe $100 per week for groceries. Now I downsized it to like $200 a month. But now that I'm like really budgeting even harder, I can get it down to maybe like $30 per week for groceries. And that's wild and kind of sad. Yeah, it's not fun, but it's kind of interesting because I realized I don't need all this food. Because when I go grocery shopping, I'll buy so much for just this one person, and then I'll make sure I try to eat it all. But that's not the healthiest for me. And then sometimes I just can't eat everything all at once. And it's interesting how like I've been picking and choosing and like really changing up like what I eat in my diet. It's been like a lot healthier lately as well. I think I would leave the US, but not for like a long period of time, just for traveling. If I had the opportunity, for sure. I wouldn't like move out of it. Maybe for like a small vacation if I could, or like a small like home just to get like a visit to. But growing up here, I still wouldn't want to leave it. Like I still want a bit of home here because there are people. I wouldn't say like family is the important thing to me, but it's more of like the friends that I have. I still want to exist around them, not be like half across the world where I can't really reach them, you know? Well, other than Twitch, I mean, everything that goes on Twitch goes on my YouTube. When I have the chance, I do make music. It's been a while since I last made anything, and I really want to get back into that. And by the end of this year, I hope I can finish up an album of lo-fi and get that done. Have I made much progress for it? No, but I'm getting there. Uh, I work a simple job that doesn't make me enough. And yeah, currently I'm on my own journey of self-improvement and trying to grow. Yeah, I make lo-fi. I only have 2 songs out for lo-fi currently. They're on my Spotify, but that's really it. And what else do I do? Honestly, lately it's just been sleep and anime and more gaming. It's kind of just what I do. But I want to get back into like my art style, well, my artsiness. I want to create a little bit more. I do hope that I'll have enough energy one day to make some dance videos again, whether or not they make me cringe enough or I do really good. Because man, do I have some good dances and some really cringy ones. Well, thanks, Nappy. Well, yeah, I try to help people study, and I like having like this stream that I usually have, which is on Tuesdays usually, not Wednesdays, mainly because I prioritize my own well-being nowadays, and so some days I just can't make it, and it really is more like I want to push myself to try to be more consistent and more routine with like this little self-care stream. This is like a place where I can chat with other people and like share my stories, have them share their stories, but it's also a time for me to sit down and make sure I work on my therapy journal notes, do some reading, because if I don't have a time to do reading, I won't read, because it's not like I don't like it, it's more I'm not a book person. Unless I find like that one book that really just like hits me just right. I mean, I used to go on walks a lot more often. Nowadays, I tend not to. I feel like I think when I go on walks when it's like, what's the word? When it's not potatoes, not pizza. Why am I struggling with words? When it's just like after work, because sometimes when the bus system doesn't work for me, I have to walk home. And like after what happened a few months ago with like crazy murderer, well, serial murderer, it was kind of scary to walk home. But that was a few months ago, and now I'm fine with just like walking home. And like walking is so nice. Like just put on some good tunes and like you can just think. You can just exist. You don't need anybody else. But it's also nice to walk with other people as well. See, I would love to do morning walks, but my blankets and my pillow says no. Because, you know, if it's so cold, I'm just like, it's warm. I don't want to go. And not meat and potatoes, Alberto. See, I saw like Zon 100, Bucket List of the Dead, like a little bit of it, and then I thought, maybe not. Now, Reborn as a vending machine, that's a good one. I enjoy it. And I have not seen the one called I Now Wander the Dungeon. Is my shit. I don't think so, at least. When it comes to anime, I'm currently watching Ayaka, A Story of Bonds. And then what else? And this lo-fi song decided to become louder than anything else. At least in my ears. What was it? Oh, Link Click. If you want an anime to like cry to, that one. Or To Your Eternity. That is a really good anime that has 2 seasons out, and the second season ended, and there's gonna be a 3rd season, and I'm just like, I'm not ready. Now, about Zom, I think it just was one of those animes where like I just saw a bit of it, and it just didn't hit me right. Like, there's no real description for it, really, for me to say. It just didn't hit me. So it is called To Your Eternity. I watched it by myself. I didn't cry. And then like all of a sudden I started watching with like other people. And then I was like, I'm gonna cry. And I think it's more due to like my own personal growth of what has happened to me in my own life. If no one minds me oversharing, but well, not really oversharing, but being a little honest is like I fell into like a very hard depression for a long while, and I lost kind of like a sense of myself and like felt very numb to most things that happened in my life, and every day felt the same and everything just felt meh and sucky. And then after like going to therapy and kind of just like working it out that there's much more in life and finding a better balance, it's like I can just be myself again. One, like a person who is able to have the emotions and know what to deal with them when things aren't exactly the worst or the best. And I was talking about like Link Click, because Link Click is like a Chinese anime, I believe. And what was it? It really was I didn't think it was gonna be the anime that it was gonna be, because when I saw like clips of it, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be an action anime with just 2 hot dudes, I guess. And then I started watching it and I was like, oh, this is an interesting concept. And then other stuff. I started bawling after like a certain episode, and it was just like, how could you do this to me? Oh yeah. After starting to take like the right steps to where I wanted to be, and like working on it continuously, it's kind of nice. It's like you don't notice everything that builds up to where you're going until like one day it just goes, you made it, or you're getting there, you know? You may not be perfect, but you're getting there. Ah, Back to white light of blindingness. Yeah, anime is really amazing. Like, some of the concepts have been repetitive. Some of the tropes have kind of grown out, you know? Like, just harem animes. Reverse harem animes. Those are also good. But some of them are just like a little too much for me, and I know which ones I will never. High School D&D. Don't watch it. But when I say don't watch it, that means you're probably gonna watch it because I said don't watch it. But I really thought it was gonna be something else, and I jumped into like a random episode in the middle. There's a reason why we don't do that. We start from the beginning. Cause no, that's that's a lot of NSFW of inappropriateness, and I'll just leave that there. Basically, yes. I just didn't want to say it out loud. For them youngin' viewers who don't have their mind infiltrated by the coals, the tenta of coals. I mean, isekai may be like very much repetitive and overdone at this point, but there's so many concepts that people haven't explored yet. Like, come on, getting reincarnated as a vending machine was really cool, or reincarnated as a slime. The Rising of Shield Hero is so good for like its concept, its storyline, and like the world building. One of my favorite things about like watching animes is like the fact that like, there's video game ones, but like the the type of person that I am when it comes to like video games and like nerdiness, like some things that I really enjoy is just like stats and like uniqueness of like different skills and items and like what those can do. So like the Rising of Shield Hero, when it comes to like the different like shield paths that you can go into and like the items you can put in, that's so phenomenal. Or like if I don't know if you guys have heard of this anime, but like Bofuri, uh, I maxed out my defense so I won't get hurt. It's such a wholesome anime, but also like the concept of like the world of like how the girl's able to get so many different skills that are just wild and wacky. That's what I would love in a video game if we could ever expand it. So like where everybody can have like, their own like different combinations of experiences. But that would be a lot to work on. Hmm. Later, Nappy. Go enjoy your thing. Huh. If I were... See, I wouldn't have any knowledge about my own body, wouldn't I? So I don't know. Because I would have to know what am I as a person from another world, right? And then that's where I'm like, where would I go? Where would I be? What would I do? And so that's where I'm just like, huh. Well, not to be a spoiler, but that's kind of what To Your Eternity did. They were a rock for a bit. That's only first episode stuff, so you don't have to worry about that. Now, would you just be a rock just to be a rock? Or would you be like a special kind of rock? You know, because there's igneous rocks, sedimentary rocks, metamorphic rocks, shiny rocks, hard rocks, even harder rocks, soft rocks that could just be broken by a nail. Leo, are you gonna say that being a rock rocks? So, what, Alberto, would you think that you're more of doing like a time travel anime, where it's like you have leftover business and then you just jump back in time right before everything like passed the wrong way? Because there are a lot of animes like that. Oh yeah, Doctor Stone's pretty good. Oh, I love animes that are just like not conceptual, but like educational in a sense, and like explanative. Like Food Wars. Food Wars may be funny, haha, foodgasm, but like the fact that it's able to like teach you about the food and like what to do. Because I remember actually making the apple risotto dish from the anime one time. It wasn't perfect, but it still tasted good. I haven't seen Tokyo Revengers. I've seen Revengers, but that's a different anime. Ooh, right now I'm watching what's it called? Something something murder farce. Undead Girl Murder Farce. There we go. It reminds me. I haven't seen any new episodes pop up for it recently. Should probably get back into that. Oh, and there's also another like isekai anime where the what is it called? Something something. I don't remember the name for it, but it's about this patisserie who like died. Patissier who died right before making his greatest creation because like his greatest like candy creation, kind of sweet pastry creation, kind of just fell on him and he died. But now he's like reincarnated in this other world and he wants to bring sweets and happiness to the world, but then he has to do something. I think if I can't find any animes that I personally enjoy, I like to go to find this. It's nobody. It's just a tea turtle shirt. I forgot which one it was called, but it's just like a little fox doing a Hadoken. And what was I talking about? On my whiteboard, there's just a lot of squigglies and like some faces. That's really it. Nothing special at the moment on it. R16. I am American, so I was just born here. Hence also the lack of an accent. A random hot take, but I need to ask, you guys like ramen? Or ever had ramen? Huh. So you've been a lot of places, Leo. You know, I really would have wished if I could have studied it like abroad. That would have been so nice, but again, money. I was like very much like scrounging and trying to make sure that I didn't owe college debts for like money. So I made sure like very much whatever loans I got or grants, I made sure to save it so that if I needed to pay it back, I could. Wait, Alberto, what are you saying? I'm so confused. Because my mind trying to make sense of it, and I feel like I'm the Jackie Chan meme going like, and like, gotcha. No, 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 not ramen like stocks have, like ramen, like noodles, ramen noodles, Japanese ramen noodles, like RAMEN. I was just asking, like, have you guys ever had ramen before? Like actual Japanese ramen? This might be a hot take, but like, I think growing up with instant ramen most of my life, or instant noodles, those are more superior to me than actual ramen. Because like, whenever I had actual ramen, like, it's okay, but sometimes I feel like it's just too fatty and oily for me, and I'd rather just have salt and water. Oh, thanks, Alberto. Oh, but what if I don't drink beer? But also, thank you. That's actually like, oh, but uh, potato. I mean, I really thought it was a fall, and then I read. I was like, oh, that's a dip. Well, of course. I am always here for a good vibe, unless I'm playing a video game, then I'm probably lost in it. Well, Redfall specifically, I'm just lost in the fact that I can't shoot for my life. And then on Thursdays, I'm here with a friend. Shoyu. Shoyu ramen's the one with like soy sauce, right? Oh, and thank you for the follow. I think I don't think I've actually had like a shoyu ramen itself. I've had like a shoyu base, which like for a hot pot place that I went to one time. I didn't like it because of the fact that it was so salty. Like it was nice and like a little faintly sweet, and that was a good flavor. But it was just too salty. And it was just sad. I've had tonkotsu ramen, that's for sure, because that's really good. Alright, you have a good night. I hope to see you again. Hmm. I like a lot of dishes, but I think I would have to try shoyu ramen and see how I feel about it. Because I also don't think the place that I went to was good. I've gone there multiple times, and it's always been mediocre to me. Excuse me. And so yeah. It's funny though, because like recently I've actually been craving like, what's the word? I've been craving Thai cuisine lately. Yeah, I'll probably try it again at some point. I just gotta make sure that I don't decide to go for tonkatsu ramen, just because I love like creamy broth, although it can be a little oily. But I do want, I don't know when I go to the place, well, if I hang out with my friends tomorrow, if I want to go get Thai food with them, just because I feel like we've done that before and I want to do something different. But I think at some point, I will definitely have to go somewhere and sit and have some Thai food. I'm not sure what, because like they have some really good like rice dishes and like green curry was so good. It hit the spot. Actually, I should probably do some research and like watch videos and see like what Thai food would like to try. Like whether or not I want something spicy or I want something more soup-like. Well, actually, Leo, what would you recommend? Like, I have no problems with most food. The only thing, if you ever tell me to eat, actually, that's a lie. As long as it's not too spicy, like I have a decent spice tolerance, but if we're talking about like Carolina Reaper, please no, I don't want to cry. But the other thing is bitter melon. I don't know if you've ever had bitter melon, but that stuff is bitter. It's 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 a very ugly, wrinkly, neon green cucumber like thing that just makes everything it touch taste like death. It's not fun. to trying to what's the word? I think I've heard of something before. What something is like a soup, right? Oh no, that's salad. You know, it's kind of funny. I don't think I've ever had papaya. As much as my family like would get some and like it would stink up a fridge a little bit, I don't think I've had it myself. I'll have to try it if I had the chance. It does look pretty good. I know pad thai is like a go-to. Are there any good like peanut butter dishes? Because I've been also just been cooking peanut butter dishes a lot lately. I don't know why, but like just the idea of peanut butter noodles has been pretty good. Ah, back to the light. All right. Save that. That's good and done, dandy. True. You know, it's kind of weird to hear. Like, I've always heard of pad thai, but I've never tried it. That sits a little weird to me. I wonder why I've never tried it. I don't know what's not adding up to me. Alrighty. Therapy notes are done. I don't need a face mask because my skin has been nice lately, I guess. And I don't feel that exhausted. But we're gonna continue reading a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving an F. Well, AF. Chapter 8, that is about a couple of pages long. And I guess I'll dive into it. Chapter 8, The Importance of Saying No. I don't know. I would have to look it up. Google is my best friend. This does not look like something I've ever had. Oh yeah, definitely does not look like something I've had. Just because I've never seen these noodles before. Ah, no, no, no. I don't want to click on the ebook. Huh. Yeah, I have not had these before. They look good though. Some of my favorite noodles, they aren't the egg noodles like these ones, but like the longer like rice noodles look so good. That's why I like chow fun so much sometimes. Yeah, there's so many like foods of like my culture that I've never had, mainly because it's not what like is popular to have usually, or like my family just doesn't make it. And I kind of wish they did, but if I ever need to like try it, I guess I'll try it from somewhere else. So how long did you like visit Vietnam for anyways? Oh, so what did you do for the like 2 weeks while you were there? Oh, yeah, from what I've seen like from a lot of cultures, definitely be I would love to go try out some more street food one day. You know, one day when I have enough. Because it seems like a lot of good food comes from like the street culture, besides just being in a fancy restaurant. Because it's a mixture of trying out like what is available to everybody every day, and then ones that like that's just like once in a while. Were there any other dishes that you like really enjoyed like while you were out and about? Like, what was your favorite street food, and then what was your favorite like restaurant food? Oh yeah. Let's see. If I can remember what that is exactly. I don't know why, but I'm like drooling about it and thinking about it. It may not be the exact same bit of food, but it'd be nice to have again. If it was more easily accessible, I would love to have more bun bale. Because it's really just like a steamed, like, pancake. Steamed, what's it? Like, steamed, like, rice pancake, with just, like, simple fish sauce, like, a sweeter fish sauce, and, like, some dried shrimp, and maybe some, like, fried onions. And that's so good and so simple. Oh, I wish I could have it again. But it's not easily accessible here, at least where I live currently. Alright, you have a good night, and thank you for keeping me company. And if you would like to, see me again, feel free to follow. I would appreciate it. And it was really lovely talking to you. And thank you. Where are my sticky notes? Oh no, I need my sticky notes. Pen. Wrong pen. That's not the right pen. Oh, jeez. Where did I put them? There they are. There it is. I didn't realize how tired I was. I think it was mainly just from work. Puma, you joined a little late. You missed all the good conversations. Understandable. You should have brought your friend here with you, you know? And you can still chat with them. I know, I saw. I would have joined, but I had stuff to do. Just existing here. And reading. Today? How is it 10 out of 10? Okay. I hear drifting is fun. When done right. How long did you drive it for? Oh. Did you have to pay for it, or were you just like allowed to just do it? Hmm. Oh. And you were just allowed to just drive it? Because usually people would be like, sorry, my insurance. Oh. Okay. Oh. Interesting. But you said that the other car was like less than that, so was it a steal or was it in pieces? So how was it in the bit of both? Like, the bad state, I guess? Oh, jeez. So are they gonna replace that at some point? Oh, it's a project car. Okay, well that's good. Hmm. I actually didn't know that. Just because, you know, I don't really research cars and what's like the best. Also, I gotta adjust my headphones because they're making my hair in a funny section. There we go. Ah, better. Looks at me and my poor driving. Misuses them. What? Hmm. Oh, so like if the car needs to be jumped. Okay, so that means using it would be just like making a bunch of bad turns and like breaking suspension or something. Well, what would be like an instant way to break it, I guess? Oh. Huh. So are they not as unbreakable as you say? Well, I mean, there's always time. There's always a new car that'll just pop up, you know? Maybe right now it's just not a good time for cars. Who knows? Patience, you know? You can save up money and maybe get a better one. Hmm. Kona, what's the Kona? Oh, I'm just like, what is the venue? And I was like, the venue. Are we talking about like a show? We're talking about something, and I was like, oh, it's the car. It's the car series, I guess. Okay. I'm gonna say that I remember it, but then I'm like, cars. They go vroom, and then they go. It's true, I try, but they just don't. I barely have 1K, so, I don't think 20K is in my future. How much would you use per PSP? Okay, that doesn't sound so bad. Understandable. Well, of course, you gotta think about buying the car, and you gotta think about actually like having the car function. You need to think about insurance. There's so much that adds on when you have to think about when you get a car. That's true. But yeah, I finished reading now, so that means all the stuff that I need to do for our little, relaxation, chill kind of stream is done. Hmm. Well, Puma, I'd say I have to end the stream for now. I'll probably be back in a bit to play some more games, because there's stuff to do tonight. I'll talk to you in a bit, because you'll probably still be up, I'm guessing. Unless you have something early to do, like another 5 a.m. thing. But thank you, Puma, for hanging out with me. Thank you again, Leo's Leo, for chatting with me and for also following. And also thank you, Alberto Beerman, for also chatting. And Nappy. But also thank you, Alberto, for the tip. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure what I'll do with it. I'll probably buy a drink tomorrow. But yeah. Well, I'm glad those photos were worth it, Puma. Yeah, but yeah, thank you for all those came by today. I really appreciate it, as it helps me get to affiliate hopefully one day. And if you see this on YouTube, feel free to continue watching and maybe subscribe, do whatever you'd like. And if you don't want to see it not live, please feel free to come to Twitch. I'd love to exist in chat and hang out with you. Anyways, DjDoubleT out for now, and deuce.